Big moment in New York City politics. The people elected Zohran Mamdani, a Muslim immigrant, democratic socialist backed by trans and immigrant coalitions. On the surface, it looks like progress. But if you're a foundational Black American New Yorker, the folks who built these neighborhoods and kept this city moving, you gotta ask, is this our win, a loss, or a nothing burger? Tonight, we're cutting through the speeches and the headlines to ask a real question. When the new mayor prioritizes immigrants, transgender protections, decriminalization of sex work and drugs, what happens to us? We're about to get that answer. Let's begin. You are now tuned into Sincere Love the Godcast.
Listen, they don't walk it how I walk it, nigga. And they ain't talking how I'm talking, nigga. It's different, it's just different. They ain't talking how we talking, man.
Here's the way it is. You live in direct relation to the poets, the heroes, and the sheroes you have. Always honor the elders. Then you honor yourself. Honor women, you honor yourself. Honor men, you honor yourselves.
Yo family, real quick, I'm proud to announce the soft launch of Sincere Love to God's new book, From the Womb to Illmatic, a hip-hop inspired blueprint for unlocking your child's inner genius. This ain't your average parenting book, this is for the culture, inspired by Illmatic, built around his own son Seven's early development, and packed with real tools to help parents turn everyday moments into genius-level learning. If you've ever wanted to give your child a head start without losing your roots, this book is for you. Available now on Amazon. Order now and leave a 5-star review. You already know, we raising brilliance around here.
Hi, I'm Seven, and I'm the Super Harry. That means I ask big questions, I make big moves, and I come from something powerful. In this series, I broke through change, embraced my culture, and unlocked the gifts that my ancestors gave me. These books are for kids like me, kids with heart, with pride, and with big dreams. Come join the journey. Collect all 4 Seven the Super Hero books and unlock your power. Available on Amazon and Kindle now. Order your copy today.
All right. Peace, family. Peace. Welcome to another episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. I am the God Sincere Love, and I am here with my lovely co-host, Nicey Girl. We in the building. What's going on with you?
It's been ages, right?
It sure feel like it, man. It's definitely been a long few weeks for us.
Yeah.
Since we've did a live broadcast, but we glad to be here with the family today. So y'all come on up in here, click that like button, share this out, let everybody know that we are back and we are live right now, about to chop up some good game with y'all.
As per usual.
You know, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can be reminded whenever we go live with new episodes or upload new content right here on Sincere Love the Godcast. And I think they got a new button. It's called the hype button. I'm not sure if it's there while we're live, but on the replay, if you're watching this on the replay, there's a hype button down below. Click that hype button and hype this video. That helps to boost the video into the YouTube algorithm as well.
Oh, that's on YouTube? Let me see.
Yeah, on YouTube. They got a new button underneath the videos now. I don't know if it's there while we're live, but I notice it when I'm watching some videos on YouTube. There's a hype button underneath there. You can click the hype button and it gives it a certain amount of points. And once it gets to a certain amount of points, it gets recommended to more people, something like that.
Let's see.
I'm not sure exactly how it works, but click all the buttons, family. Do all the YouTube stuff
I don't see it.
Do all the YouTube stuff. So it must be on the replay then.
Yeah, maybe it's on the replay.
Yeah, when you watch the replay of the video, there should be a hype button for y'all to click right below somewhere, like below the subscribe button or somewhere around there, like by the comments or somewhere around there. You'll see that hype button. Man. So yeah, man. We back. Y'all come on up in here so we can get it in like how we usually do. Like I said, I know it's been a minute. It's been a good couple of weeks since we've been live. Couple of reasons. You know, 1 week I ain't have no internet over here.
Right.
I ain't have no internet over here, and there was some stuff going on that I wanted to chop it up about too that week too. All the stuff was coming out about Mona Leo and her peoples and all that stuff. That was just when the receipts and everything was coming out about her manager and all of that stuff was going on. And I ain't have no internet. And so first I thought, you know, just usual troubleshooting type stuff. You know, you unplug it, plug it back in, restart stuff and all that stuff. I was doing all of the troubleshooting stuff and it wasn't working. So I said, let me look online and see if people are complaining about AT&T. And there was a lot of people on Twitter saying that their internet was down. AT&T was having an outage. So I'm like, oh, okay, something going on with AT&T. So I was like, all right, you know, got to wait till they fix it. And I wasn't tripping because one time that happened before and they ended up giving me a reduction on my bill. They sent me a couple of gift cards, all type of stuff. Wow. So I'm like, all right, cool. So, you know, internet is out for a little while. No problem. But then, you know, a day or two went by, I still ain't have no internet. I'm like, what the hell going on? So I decided I call AT&T, see what's going on. And they try to troubleshoot me over the phone. Nothing was working. They like, we're going to have to send a technician out there. And so the technician comes, you know, they open up the jack on the wall and all of that stuff. They're trying to see what's going on with my connection. And he pulls out the wire. The wire is broken inside the wall. He like, yo, he showed me the wire like, yo, this is inside the wall. And I'm like, yo, you know what? Because we had a squirrel stuck in our wall at the damn house for like a couple of weeks. It was a squirrel inside the wall, just bouncing around, scratching around. We couldn't get the squirrel out, figure out how to get the squirrel out of there. And I wasn't even thinking that had anything to do with the internet stuff, even though my son, seven, you know, he put it together immediately. As soon as the internet wasn't working, he was like, Dad, maybe the squirrel. And I'm like, nah, I just dismissed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I ain't got nothing to do with the squirrel. We having a power outage. It's an outage going on. AT&T, somebody hacked AT&T. I'm thinking we getting a cyber attack, something going on. But no, it was the damn squirrel inside my wall. He broke the wire and all of that.
I told you that happened to my aunt, but it wasn't a squirrel. It was actually a whole family of raccoons living in her wall. That's crazy. Like, they had to come out and they had to bring a cage. It was the mama, the grandma, some cousins, and everybody that was literally eating her shit up too.
That is crazy. Yes. Now that right there is crazy.
Yes. And Roland Martin and his family was all up in my auntie wall.
And, yo, truth be told, I really don't know if it was a raccoon or not. I'm assuming it was a squirrel. And my landlord, he was over here doing the grass and shit, and he said he think he's seen it go in from the roof.
Yeah, you know so it's a hole up there somewhere.
So yeah, we was assuming it was a squirrel, but he been gone for a couple of days now, and we done patched up the hole and all of that stuff, all the spots where we think he was getting in at. So hopefully he's done, because we had him last year. We had like around the same time when it started getting cold. They start looking for some place to get warm at, you know. So same thing happened last year. He was up in the ceiling and scratching around in the ceiling last year, but you know,
at least he didn't bring no cousins. You know, he kept it a little private. You know, a little bachelor pad he had going on up there.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that was 1 week that we didn't get to go live. But other than that, I don't know, man. I think for the first time, because I've been doing this for like 5 years now. I started creating content in 2020, started doing the podcast in 2020, and we've been very consistent over the years, you know what I'm saying? Putting out
Sundays.
Right. And so I think for the first time, I start to experience burnout. I always hear people talk about content burnout, and I'll be like, what they talking about? Like, I like doing this. I'm good. I ain't got no burnout. But I think for the first time, I start to experience burnout where I was just like, I wasn't editing no videos. I wasn't posting nothing on IG. I wasn't posting nothing on here for y'all. I wasn't going live. I wasn't even going live. I still go to the gym in the morning, do my workouts, but I wasn't even going live for that. I just wasn't feeling like it.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? I just needed a break.
We all need one.
But we here today.
Yes.
We here today, and we're going to chop it up with y'all. Shout out to Mama Love in the building.
Hey, Mama.
What's going on, Mama Love? Appreciate the $20
super
USD chat. In the super chat. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about the new mayor they got out there in New York City. Zohran Mamdani, I think is how you say his name. Zohran Mamdani is the new mayor-elect out there in New York. And there's a lot of controversy surrounding that. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get into, you know, what that means for FBAs out there in New York, right, and, you know, how it all applies to us as a family. And so we'll talk about that a little bit later. But before we get into, you know, anything real heavy, I want to shout out to Outkast.
I saw. Long time coming.
Outkast got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Shout out to Outkast. Congratulations. Well deserved. One of the
both
dopest.
From Atlanta too, right? Aren't they?
Yeah.
Both Atlanta born?
Well, Big Boy's from Savannah.
Okay.
He's from Savannah, but they rep Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They hone their skills and everything.
Southern boys though.
You know.
Or men.
Out of Atlanta. That whole Dungeon family and all of that stuff, man. You know, well deserved. Definitely you know, one of the greatest duos, one of the greatest groups ever in hip hop. Some of the dopest MCs ever, production teams, you know, Organized Noise, that whole Dungeon family thing, still going strong to this day. A lot of people don't even know Future came out of that whole Dungeon family, family tree. You know what I'm saying? So well deserved, much respect to them. They getting their flowers. And it's good. You know, I see some people like, you know, fuck the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and all that shit. And I kind of get it. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, that's our shit.
All of it.
You know what I'm saying? That's our shit. First of all, we created rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? And the institution itself, you know, I would have to say they've been pretty respectful. You know what I'm saying? They started doing the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in like the early 80s, mid 80s, somewhere around there. And, you know, they didn't try to keep us out of it and gatekeep our shit from us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gave props to a lot of people that deserve to get their props. You know, the James Browns, the Chuck Berrys, and, you know, a lot of the architects that really created this shit and, you know, built the foundation of this shit. They made sure to give them their props, even though, you know, they're going to put their people, Elvis and all of them, up in there too. You know?
Well, I mean, if they're the ones who's putting the institution together, of course they're going to highlight their own. This is why I have a problem with, you know, our folks who have the ability, the resources and stuff to build our own, you know, institutions in order to celebrate and reward each other. They don't do it. They rely on these white, you know, owned ones to tell us that we're great when we already know.
Agreed. And that's why I kind of like what Nas is doing with the Paid in Full Foundation. Now, the Paid in Full Foundation is actually, you know, founded by Ben Horowitz, who's a white dude. You know what I'm saying? But Nas is partnered up with him. They business partners in a couple of different things. You know what I'm saying? But that's one of the foundations that's really showing respect and not really trying to take anything from the culture. You know what I'm saying? It's really giving props and giving respect to a lot of the pioneers, a lot of the OGs of the culture and of the genre who never really got their props, who never really got their respect. You know what I'm saying? People like Scarface, people like Coogee Rap, Roxanne Shante, Rakim Allah, Grandmaster Caz, George Clinton got an award this year. You know what I'm saying? So people who really deserve it, and it's not, and I like also that it's not just an award, it's not just a symbolism and a ceremony, but they also giving them some paper. You know what I'm saying? It's basically like a pension, you know what I'm saying, for people who really deserve it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, they don't got no health care. You know what I'm saying? They can't really afford to be retired. They got to stay on the road and all of that. So they're not just giving them a award, but they're saying, yo, here goes some paper. Here go a health care plan. Go take care of your dental. Go take care of your medical.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You good. You know what I'm saying? You put in that work. You an OG. You a pioneer. We're going to take care of you. You know what I'm saying? So I like that.
Should have been done a long time ago, but better late than never.
Right. Right. Because, like, you know, we in Grammy season now, too. A lot of people are talking about the upcoming Grammys. You know, a lot of rappers and stuff getting nominated for Grammys and stuff like that. And I'll be conflicted about that one because the Grammys has always been very disrespectful, out of touch, and has, you know, been like vultures of the culture and, yeah, you know, trying to gatekeep our shit away from us and all of that. So I'll be conflicted about the Grammys. It's like, when I see certain people that I feel like deserve the respect that comes with that, get it? I do be happy for them, but at the same time, I'll be like, "Fuck the Grammys, man. I don't give a fuck about a Grammy."
Look, you can feel that way. I think it's two things can be true at the same time, as they say. You can feel, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. It's yeah, you know what I mean. It's complicated when it comes to the Grammys, man. It's complicated, you know what I'm saying? Because this year. Kendrick Lamar, he's the leading nominee. I think he got like 9 nominations or something.
He's going against the Eclipse though for album of the year. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be him and the Eclipse for album of the year.
Yeah, Eclipse is in there. They got 5 nominations. You know, well deserved for both of them. JID got a nomination, well deserved for him. I was confused about the Doechii. They put Doechii in the rap category for her song, which is it's not even a rap song. You know, I like the song. It's a dope song, but it's just not a rap song. I don't understand why it's in the rap category. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. Like I said, it's the Grammys. Can't really expect too much from them.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised that actually, shout out to Ish. My brother Ish said this. I wasn't even thinking about this, but Ish made me think about this. It wouldn't be too surprising if they actually gave the Grammy for best album to Glorilla over Kendrick and Eclipse.
That'd be crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Glorilla. I like Glorilla.
I do too.
But come on now.
I like her voice. Like no one sounds kind of like her. Although to me she's saying the same shit. All the females are the same, but I don't know. It's something about
not really. I think she's a little bit different
for me. You know,
yeah, she's dope.
That I like.
She's not one of these talentless. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I like some of her songs, you know what I'm saying? Right. I like she be doing her thing.
I like her.
So I'm definitely not trying to shit on her, but I'm just saying it's levels to this shit.
It is.
You know what I'm
saying? She's new booty.
Yeah. And so we know if they do something like that, we know, you know, the kind of agenda, you know, that they be trying to push and who they be trying to elevate and all that. You know what I'm saying? But if they're going to have some type of integrity, they got to do it the right way.
So who should get album of the year? Is it going to be Kendrick or is it going to be the Eclipse for you?
Either one, you can't go wrong. I would say you can't go wrong. But if I was a voter, I'm voting for the Eclipse.
You know I'm voting for Kendrick because I'm a West Coast girl.
Yeah, I much respect. Much respect. I mean, shit, the GNX album is crazy.
Right.
GNX album
was crazy.
But for me, the GNX album, even though it's a great album, that's like light work for Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Like when I look at his catalog, that's nothing compared to Pimp a Butterfly or Good Kid, Mad City. Like what he's able to do.
Right.
This album is like a walk in the park for him. You know what I'm saying? He could do that in a weekend. You know what I'm saying? That's easy work for him. But with this Clips album, you know, that's special cloth right there. You know what I mean? So I would go with the Clips, but either one is well deserved. Yeah, I would say.
And then so this year, if I'm not mistaken, there was no rap artist or hip hop artist on Billboard or hit Billboard or something to that effect.
Right. That was trending, I think last week or 2 weeks ago. Not this year, but for the first time in I think 30 years it was since like 1991, when Biz Markie's Just a Friend entered the Billboard charts. Mm-hmm. There has been at least one rap song in the top 40 consistently from that time all the way until like a couple of weeks ago when there were no rap songs in the Billboard Top 40 at all. I don't know if there is now. Every week, you know, it updates. But that week, there was no rap songs in the top 40, and that created a big discussion. And I was glad to see most people saying, good.
I was going to say,
you mean to
tell me Cardi B didn't make it? Because they was trying to overly hype that album. Come on, you know what I'm saying? So I was kind of surprised, even if it was kind of pushed on us, that it wasn't even on there. Even Meg Thee Stallion, because she just released an album. They push heavy Doja Cat. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody. True. Well, she's not hip hop, but I'm just saying. You know
no, she
like,
is. She is.
I
she
thought
raps.
She was pop.
Well, I mean, people might put her in a pop category, but she raps, she sings. She can really rap too. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, you know,
she can really sing. I'll give it to her a little bit.
She can dance. She can sing. She's very talented. She's very talented. She's a you know, anti-black tether bed wench, but she's talented.
Right. Nonetheless.
but yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? With all of them, these major label artists being pushed out there, you know what I'm saying? Big budgets being put behind them and their images being plastered all over the place, their songs being blasted all over the place, and still not reaching that Billboard Top 40 is very telling. It's very telling about the state of the industry, though. To me, it's not an indictment on the state of hip hop. Hip hop is in a very healthy place right now. This year was one of the best years in hip hop history as far as album releases. We got some of the best hip hop albums this year. You could put this up against any other year, in my opinion, in hip hop. You could put it up against 88. You could put it up against 96, all those golden era years where we was getting crazy albums back to back. This was one of those years if you was paying attention. But it didn't get the major shine of being, you know, on the top 40 and all of that. But I, like most people, don't really care about that. Most of the songs that I love, especially hip hop songs, not just hip hop songs, but especially hip hop songs that I love, never made top 40. You know what I'm saying? Top 40 songs are for the labels to be able to make money. You know what I'm saying? It's like when Jay-Z said about the singles that he chose to put out. You know what I mean? When he said he had a bar, I think it was on the Blueprint album, when he talked about, you know, for those that think Hove is just bling blinging, you know, some shit, I forgot the words, but that's just the shit I use to keep the registers ringing. You know what I'm saying? It's a formula to creating a hit record. That don't mean it's good music, though. You know what I'm saying? So the lack of top 40 rap songs means absolutely nothing to me. It means absolutely nothing to the culture, because like I said, we got some of the best hip hop music this year that we've gotten in a very long time. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to find this. I wanted to talk about it.
What's going on, Breeze Omega?
What's up, Breeze? I was just on his profile because I thought it was there, but it wasn't. So I don't know if you saw the video with Wale and Fat Ho, and you know the other brothers, but Fat Joe was like, so are you African or African American?
I didn't see that.
Oh my God. And let me tell you, he did not want to own the fact that he was African. It's like, why is that so hard? It was very cringe, and I'm gonna get it. I'm about to find this thing so we can play that on.
I ain't gonna play it though. I ain't gonna play it on here because they be on some bullshit.
It was crazy. It was just like, it's not a hard question. He was just like, well, you know.
How did I would like to know, how did Fat Joe word the question?
He was like, are you African or African American? It was just
what did Wale say?
I didn't see the full context, you know what I'm saying? But the part that circulated, he just kind of threw it out there. You know, Wale was kind of like, you know, lean back, you know, just chilling on the sofa, and it was just like, so are you African or African American? It was like, he was just like,
I'm actually glad that that's coming up in these conversations, in these interviews and stuff. For those that don't know, Wale, I think his family is from Nigeria.
Nigeria, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it was either Nigeria or Ghana. You know what I'm saying? But he grew up down in the DMV area. You know what I'm saying? He was, I think he was born here. I'm not sure where he was born, but he grew up around us. But his family is from Nigeria. Right. You know what I'm saying? and he didn't want to say it because, and that's not like that's a secret. I mean, he's been owned up to that. That's not like something that people don't know. People that know Wale, they know his family is from Africa. Why would he try to dodge that question?
I don't know, but it was just like, bro, yes, I'm a proud Nigerian.
Right.
Like,
that's crazy. I didn't see that. Only clip I saw from that was when they previewed one of his songs. Play the audio. I won't play the video, but
okay.
play the audio if you can.
It's only 35 seconds, by the way. Let me turn it up. Hold on. Let me turn it up.
Are you African? Master, your question is you African American or are you African?
I'm African. We all African.
Yes. Well, I'm just saying the way you flowed on them African beats was almost like you from Nigeria, not from Washington. I'm telling you the truth. You know what you did on that shit. I'm just telling you, you sounded African on this shit.
My full name is Olubawale. That's a Nigerian.
Oh, this the fuck I'm talking about.
You know, I think everybody.
You don't know this?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Fat Joe know that.
Yo, you crazy.
Fat Joe know that. Get the fuck out of here, Fat Joe.
Did you hear the pause?
Because he didn't want the delineation is what it sounded like. We all African. We all African. No, we not all African. And that's something too that I wanted to ask the family about. Because the whole Mona Leo thing was going on. Got to give a major shout out to the Black grassroots and the new Black media for catching that and really exposing that whole thing that went on, because I didn't catch it. You know what I'm saying? I'll keep it real. I wasn't tuned in like that. I didn't catch it. I just heard the song. I liked the song. I pulled up the lyrics to the song. I seen what she was talking about. And I said, this, and I still like the song. The song is dope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I didn't peep, the agenda that they was trying to push behind it and all that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the grassroots is important. That's why new Black media is important. So shout out to everybody for being on their bumper about that, because sometimes I you know me, Nicey, sometimes I could be a little bit too
Sincere be focused on the music. He don't be looking at that. If he likes the music, it's like tunnel vision. That's a dope song. You know what I'm saying? And if they saying some good shit or I see some good shit, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? But he's focused on the music, not like trying to decipher, if these folks is tethers or not, or you know what I'm saying, trying to, sneak something in.
Right. And I really didn't know what's this nigga's name? Conscious Lee like that. I really didn't know who he was. So when people was talking about, they got this Conscious Lee nigga in the video, I remember him once they started pulling up. I remember him when he was defending the brick girl and all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. I remember him once people started talking about it, but it's not like I saw the video and was like, oh, that's the Conscious Lee nigga. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know he was in the video. So my antennas didn't go up. That's what I'm saying. And so sometimes I might miss shit like that. And so there's a rapper that I like that actually my daughter and her homegirl put me on to out of Charlotte. His name is Ruben Vincent. Mm-hmm. He's under Knife Wonder. He's one of Knife Wonder's artists. He just came out with an album recently. Dope artist, dope rapper. And I recently found out that his family is actually from Liberia. And so I watched his interview on the Breakfast Club when they was talking about it. I didn't get tether vibes, but that's why I want to ask the family to do y'all investigation, because sometimes my antennas don't be going up like they should. I need y'all to look into the Ruben Vincent nigga to see if he need to get exposed, because the thing that I didn't like that he was saying, he did the same thing that Wale just did. We all African. You know what I'm saying? But he was talking about being influenced by Tribe Called Quest and, the Little Brothers and people like that he grew up listening to. And he was like, I'm a big Pan-Africanist. He came out and said he's a Pan-Africanist. His family's from Liberia. And, when it come down to it, he was like, we all African. And that's the part that I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? And I wish in the interview they would have gave some pushback to that statement, because everybody knows there's a big delineation movement.
The only thing that bothers me is the whole we all Africans seems to only apply to foundational Black Americans. It doesn't apply to other Africans, you know what I'm saying, meaning Cubans, you know what I'm saying, Dominicans, Jamaicans and stuff. They don't put them under the whole we're all African umbrella. They're allowed to delineate. They're allowed to be their own distinct
I know what
ethnic
you're saying.
group. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only thing that bugs me about the whole Pan-African thing is they really focus more on us than anything.
Right. I know what you're saying. Like when we acknowledge our uniqueness, you know, our unique heritage, our unique culture, it's always somebody trying to say, we all African, y'all right. Just African. Like they're trying to put us in a generic African category. But when anybody else wave their flag, whether it's Jamaican or Barbados or Trinidad or all whatever, Cuba, there's never any pushback to that. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, that's a major problem. Breeze Omega said Pan-African equals red flag.
Absolutely. For me.
I don't think so.
If for me now in this movement, the only reason why it's a red flag for me right now is because of the delineation movement. Because
yeah, I think it depends on the context.
Reparations on the line. You know what I'm saying? And now that reparations is on the line, everybody is waving that red, you know what I'm saying, Pan-African flag all of a sudden.
Right. What I'm saying is, yeah, when we're talking about delineation and we're talking about reparations and all that, and people try to, wave their finger and try to push the Pan-African thing on us, yes, that's a problem. That's definitely a problem, and that's definitely a red flag. But what I'm saying is, I don't have a problem with people being Pan-African if that's your ideology, if that's, you know what I'm saying, if that's what you on, that's what you on, you know what I'm saying. But still respect what we got going on over here as well. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we got people that do understand both. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my brother Knowledge Born. My brother Knowledge Born, he been on here. I've been on his platform. He's a Pan-Africanist. He definitely understands delineation and pushes it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Ma'at, people like that.
I was just gonna say, Dr. Ma'at, she understands that. As a matter of fact, I want to say a couple weeks ago or so, she just had, you know, to do a whole broadcast on there. You know what I'm saying? Because you had people, Pan-Africans, basically trying to come at her. You know what I'm saying? You know, for standing up for reparations being about or specifically for foundational Black Americans here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she had to defend herself. You know,
I respect what she does, because she stands on business as a Pan-African, and she stands on business as a foundational Black American.
Right.
She adds the nuance into the conversation, and she makes sure that people are being right and exact as far as the history is concerned. She makes sure that everything is right and exact. You know what I'm saying? So I respect, I respect Dr. Ma'at, period.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, as hard as she goes, you know what I'm saying, for the diaspora and stuff like that, and respecting, you know, and staying true to her Pan-African, belief system, for someone to come at her, you know, as hard as she's gone for the community, you know what I'm saying, Africans, Black Americans, whatever, why would y'all even come at her? You know what I'm saying? Because she's not respectful.
Because she's not banging on us.
Right.
Because she cool with Tariq, really. That's what really got a bug in their ass.
And I think she's gonna be in Hidden Color 6 too.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think Chase is gonna be in it. Well, Chase is gonna be in it. He just did the other night. Chase is
Shout out to my brother Chase.
Yes.
Shout out to my good brother Chase. Yes, indeed. Yeah. So Ruben Vincent is his name. Y'all check him out. Let me know what y'all think. I don't have a problem with him being Pan-African. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he's non-FBA, he seems to be respectful from what I've seen so far. But the conversation of delineation hasn't come up in any of the interviews that I've seen. So I would like to see his take on that. You know what I mean?
I also want to bring up what Bree said on here. Him and the Grits Ninja are shields. And you are 1000% right. And I just put something in the materials on here because the dude from Grits and Eggs or whatever, he was just acknowledged by the root of all
by the
people.
root. Oh my God.
Root. Like I was like, what's going on? That is a major red flag for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, this is why the grassroots are so important, because we're keeping our eyes out there and making sure folks don't try to sneak and squeeze in. These people, in my opinion, especially for the next election year, are going to be coming out heavy and swinging for the Democrats.
And yeah, he was also on what's that lady's name? Karen something. She I forgot. She was a radio host back in the days, like a podcast now. She had Tariq on her show years ago, like over a decade ago. Tariq was on her show and they got into it.
Oh,
Karen Hunter, is it Karen Hunter? Some of y'all know who I'm talking about.
Was she in Atlanta?
I think in the DMV area, if I'm not mistaken. I think she was down there in the DMV area. I'm not too sure, but he was on her show too, which was another major red flag. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we already know what it is with the root. We already know what it is with the root.
I was like, that was not a celebration.
And you know, I'm looking at the comments. Shout out to my brother Caleb from 3 Milli Podcast. I know where he films and shoots the Grits and Eggs podcast from is my man Caleb's facility out here in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. You did.
I was on
flowers up in there.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Hold on. I don't know. I'm pushing all the wrong buttons. I ain't been on here so long.
This Grits and Ed dude, I seen something where I think he was adopted. His mother is a white woman, his biological mother. He said out of his mouth is a white racist.
Common.
So I'm wondering, is this tragic mulatto, you know what I'm saying? The male version?
It doesn't give tragic mulatto, really. It just gives shill. It just gives democratic shill. You know what I'm saying? Like paid
they about to come out heavy.
It gives paid op. That's what it gives.
And it was so, and honestly, when you think about it, when his podcast, like all of a sudden, and I don't know how he got in my algorithm. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But he was saying all the stuff, and you like, oh, wow, this dude is saying some good shit. Not to say that, you know, he ain't, you know, a good person, but if I don't know him like that, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know how he got heavily in my algorithm. He started showing up on my Instagram algorithm as well as Facebook, just randomly. I have never hit the follow button. You know what I'm saying? And his content was just flooding.
Right. Right, which no suppression on his content. His content has been boosted, no shadow bans or nothing. Like he hasn't been doing the podcast that long to be this popping organically. It don't happen like that. You don't just come out of obscurity, post a couple of videos on the internet, and end up on all of these major platforms. That's not organic. That's not organic.
Interviewing certain people, because didn't he sit down with the Mona Malayo, whatever her name is? He sat with her too. Like it's like, girl,
and I think I saw Chance the Rapper on there, and I like Chance the Rapper, and I like Chance the Rapper's new album too. Chance the Rapper got a dope new album too. I didn't watch it. I don't know what they was talking about in an interview, but I did see a couple of clips where Chance the Rapper was on there, and so this is not organic. You ain't just tapped in with everybody like that. You was just driving a truck 8 months ago. You was driving a truck, and now you retired. You don't got to drive a truck no more because your podcast is that popping. That's not organic. Come on now.
Yeah. We've been doing this for 4 or 5 years. Come on now.
All right. And mind you, he good at what he do. The brother is well spoken. You know what I'm saying? You know, he knows how to engage an audience and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's just not the way it works on the internet, though. You don't just come out of obscurity and get in front of all of those eyeballs like that.
He's been in those think tanks, and they've groomed him. Okay, we're gonna put you in front of a microphone, call it a podcast, and then we're gonna blow you up in the algorithm, and boom, now you're a household name.
We see it. We see what it is. That's just what it is. Karen Hunter, y'all know who I'm talking about. Karen Hunter, that's her name, and I think she's out of the DMV, right? Major backing, yeah. We've been chopping it up for a minute already. There's a couple things I want to talk about.
You know what I want to throw out here, because I thought it was interesting. I thought that it was interesting, and I'm not sure if any of you guys saw it, but Roland Martin, on his show, along with some other people that he had on his show, basically came out or out at Charlemagne the God because Charlemagne the God said basically that the Democrats need to give it up and end the government shutdown. You lost the fight, right? And
And do.
so, and right, and so Roland Martin was just like, and Charlemagne need to up and he needs to stick to, doing the Breakfast Club, and and then some other female was on that. Well, you already know how I feel about Charlemagne, da da da. So now that he's not saying what y'all want him to say, now he needs to shut the up. Long as he's pushing you guys' agenda, you know what I'm saying? I thought that was a good
Exactly.
thing. You know what I'm saying? Like he went ham
Exactly.
on Charlemagne.
Exactly. That was your boy.
Yeah.
As long as he was doing the bidding, the minute he go off script for one sentence, they can say one sentence off script. Now you're talking to him the same way you talk to us.
Right. And honestly,
he's not one of us, by the way.
Charlemagne should respond.
Oh, and he will. He will.
He better.
He will. He will. But to be clear, Charlemagne is not one of us.
Absolutely not. But in this
he just had a common sense moment.
He had a common sense freaking moment. He had a common sense moment. It's crazy though. You should have heard, like literally. I looked at the video and I was like, he sound like he talking to us. He needs to shut his damn mouth and shut the hell up. And I was like, oh, you getting you getting spanked by bowling balls, Charlemagne. You better say something.
Yeah, and speaking about that algorithm, ever since the election, the national election been over, I have not seen Roland Martin nowhere in the timeline.
Right.
I have not seen none of his stuff. Like usually he'll have a clip go, kind of viral here and there or whatever. I thought the nigga wasn't on the internet no more.
Only reason why this one went viral was because he mentioned Charlemagne.
Yeah, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
I didn't even see that. But by the way, again, a couple more things, man, before we get into our major topic today. Do you know who Max B is?
I've heard the name.
Nice girl.
I can't picture the face.
Shout out to Max B. Max B is a rapper out of Harlem. He just got released today. He did 16 years.
Wow.
Yeah. He just came home today from doing 16 years. Wrong button.
What happened?
There I go again. Pushing the wrong button. So he was locked up. I forgot the details of the case. It was like a robbery that turned deadly or something like that. And he was originally sentenced to 75 years, 73 years, something like that.
Wow.
Was his original sentence. But he got some of it turned over, and I guess he pled guilty to a manslaughter charge, and they reduced it to a 20-year sentence. And so he got out today after serving 16 years, and now he got like a 5-year probation, post-release supervision to serve. Shout out to Max B, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Welcome home to Max B. That's French Montana's boy. Yeah, he's out of Harlem. For those that don't know. Very dope artist, man. Very dope artist. Like, he was one of them guys with the hooks, you know what I'm saying? One of the real melodic hook master and all of that on some street shit. A lot of people compare him to like Pac.
Oh, wow.
The way his flow and his approach and all that it was and all of that stuff. He's a dope artist, man. You know what I mean? Hopefully, he got his mind right and he get out here and, do what he need to do. You know what I'm saying? I was saying that I would like to see him be a part of the next Mass Appeal Legend Has It rollout, because I got a feeling that they're going to do another round, of Legend Has It series. And I would think Max B would be a dope addition to that. And I've heard Nas shout him out a couple of times in different rhymes and stuff like that. So I think there's a relationship there. So that's just me wishful thinking.
Well, welcome home, Max B.
Shout out to Max B. And one more rapper thing.
Who?
Do you know who West Side Gun is?
No, I haven't heard that name.
West Side Gun. He an underground rapper out of Buffalo. He like one of the kings of the underground right now. Out of Buffalo. He's a big wrestling fan. He got his own wrestling like league. It's called Fourth Rope. but he's a big, huge wrestling fan, like WWE, all that stuff. A lot of his albums, you know how Wu-Tang got like the karate flick theme with all the Wu-Tang shit. You know how they always got like skits with the karate movies and all that. Well, his theme is always around like wrestling. Like he's into fashion, art, and wrestling. You know what I'm saying? So he always got like skits on his albums from old wrestling clips, and on his album covers, he got like wrestlers on his album covers and stuff like that. And so over the weekend, he was kicked out of a WWE event, and they sent him a cease and desist from using any of their shit. Which, like I said, it's all over. Like he would have to delete damn near his whole catalog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I was assuming that he was getting that stuff cleared, but I guess not. Like he was just doing it as a fan. You know what I'm saying? But to me, this is like a nigga wake up call, Westside Gun. You know, this is like a nigga wake up call. I understand you know you're a wrestling fan or whatever the case may be, but as a wrestling fan, for somebody that's deep into it like that, you should know the history of racism that exists
in there
within that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It ain't just Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? Like WWF, WWE, they got a history of racism. You know what I'm saying? The anti-blackness.
John Cena started off being a wigger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Remember his persona, you know what I'm saying? When he first started.
Like a Marky Mark type of nigga. Yeah. But yeah, like the McMahon's family and all of that stuff. A lot of stuff that they was doing even back in the days, like when we was kids watching wrestling and shit, like a lot of that shit, when you look back at it, like
you're like, wow.
It was whipping on Junkyard Dog. Was it Junkyard Dog or Mr.
Junkyard
T?
Dog.
It was Junkyard Dog where they had
Mr. T, because Mr. T came out, you know what I'm saying, a few times, you know what I'm saying, to wrestle.
But who was the one that got whipped? Somebody got whipped by Roddy Piper back in the day.
Dog. Remember, he had the dog chain, you know, they whooped him with that.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, I used to love it.
Right.
But you know, when you look back at this shit, you be like, hold on,
all the
look kind of crazy.
Overtones.
You know what I'm saying?
Overtones. It wasn't even undertones. It was overtones.
Right. They was going there with it. And so, you know, Westside Gun, I mean, you should know better, my nigga. That's all I'm saying. Because you promoting these people's brand for free. Like he literally put wrestling back on the map for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of people back on wrestling. He made wrestling cool again.
Right.
Single-handedly. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he got his own brand now. It's called Fourth Rope. They just did some shit at Six Flags during Halloween where they be having wrestling matches and rap concerts at the same time.
Why they
you know what I'm saying?
And desist, because now he's competition.
Yes, exactly. And that's what he said. That was one of the things that he said. He was like, you know, they don't like to see a black man being successful. Now he acknowledging what it is.
Right.
But I'm like, man, you should have known this already. You should have known this already. And shout out to Westside Gun. I like Westside Gun. He's one of my favorite rappers out there right now. But you got to know better.
So what do you think
That's
about...
That's a nigga wake-up call for you.
Vlad suing Joyner Lucas?
I
have to bring it up. We have to bring it up.
Yeah, no, we do. It's a good topic. And
like the nerve, right?
I hate to agree with Vlad. I agree with Vlad.
God, do you? It's hard for me. I
can't stand Vlad. Y'all know I can't stand Vlad. I think Vlad is the worst. But Joyner Lucas is a bozo also. And I think Joyner Lucas, I think he's mixed too, by the way.
Oh, let me look at
y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I think Joyner Lucas is black and white.
If I'm not mistaken. Latino.
And I remember he did a song during like the George Floyd. I don't know if it was during George Floyd, during, you know, the uprising when all that stuff was going on. He did a song called, I forgot what it was called, but he does a lot of conceptual rap songs. You know what I'm saying? And in this one, he was rapping from the perspective of a white supremacist. Mm-hmm. It was like him going back and forth with the white supremacist, and they had the white dude in the video rapping as the white supremacist and all of that. And it was so off. Like, he didn't eat. He could rap. Don't get it fucked up. He could rap. He nice as fuck. He could really rap. But I don't remember the stuff that he was saying, but I remember listening to it like, nigga, no. No, this ain't it. Like, you clearly do not understand white supremacy, what it is and how it works. You know what I'm saying? I forgot why I felt that way, but I just remember feeling that way. You know what I'm saying? And other than that, I really don't got a... It was some goofy shit, yeah. But other than that, I don't really necessarily got a problem with Joyner Lucas. But in this particular situation, so what happened was, Joyner Lucas posted a video. He was beefing with them UK rappers. You know, the UK rappers was talking about they better than American rappers and all that shit.
Hip hop or some shit like that too, right?
Yeah, they were saying they started drill rap. Yeah, they were saying they started drill rap, and you know they better rappers over there because Drake said some shit like that. Right. Put a battery in their back. And, you know, that started a little thing with a couple of rappers over here going back and forth with some of the UK rappers. And Joyner Lucas was one of them. I forgot the UK rapper's name that he was going back and forth with. But he posted a clip from DJ Vlad's show where I think it was with, what's the comedian that's always on there? From Mad TV? The funny nigga, the fat nigga.
With the raccoon eyes?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now, but you know, y'all know Ari Spears.
Ari Spears. He posted a clip of Ari Spears making fun of the UK rappers on his Twitter page. And he took off the DJ Vlad logo. And so I guess Vlad had been trying to get an interview with Joyner Lucas for a long time. And Joyner Lucas had been curving him, not responding to him or whatever the case may be. And so Vlad, actually, I don't know if I agree with Vlad with this.
Right, come on now.
So what Vlad did, once he posted that clip and he took off the DJ Vlad logo, he filed a cease and desist, and he contacted Joyner Lucas again. He was like, yo, listen, let's talk about this before we have to go the legal route. You know what I'm saying? You use my stuff. You know what I mean? You know that was my stuff that you use and all that stuff. You know, and let's talk about this before we have to go the legal route. And basically, all Vlad wanted was an interview.
And I have the right to tell your ass no.
Right. You're right. I do agree with that. But I just think the way that he responded was stupid because he just cussed Vlad out. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you, nigga. I will never do an interview with you. I understand. But you kind of in a pickle. You use this man's stuff.
I understand, but he could have found that on Instagram. People circulating it throughout, you know, the algorithm. People repost that stuff all the time. How you know? I understand it's your content, but how you know I pulled it from you? I could have pulled it, you know, from Sincere's page.
Doesn't matter. You an artist. You in the industry. You got lawyers and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know he kind of got you right now. I ain't saying you got to do the interview.
Right.
But I'm just saying the way that he responded was like, fuck you, nigga, sue me type shit. Now your ass getting sued. Nigga, that was just dumb to me. So I took back
and still told him F him.
Fourth rope. So I take back that I agree with Vlad. I don't necessarily agree with Vlad. I just think the way that Joyner Lucas handled it was dumb. I'll say that. I think it was dumb. He could have probably handled it a little bit more professional than that. And it still wouldn't have had to go the legal route without doing the interview. Now your ass gonna get sued.
Privilege.
Yeah, he's flexing it.
He's flexing it. I want to be a white man like you and me.
He's flexing it. So yeah, you can, you know, he tried to extort Joyner Lucas out of an interview. Joyner Lucas wasn't having it. I understand that. I get it. But you in a legal situation, you gotta maneuver a little bit better.
It's a post.
Because come on. You ain't pay, but that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to pay hundreds of $1,000s because you posted some shit on Twitter. That's what I'm saying. Like, you ain't papered up like that, ain't you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you a rapper and all that, but that don't mean you filthy rich and you just got it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's going to hurt your pockets a little bit.
I feel like this is why Black people or people within the culture need to stop going on Vlad too then. You know what I'm saying? Because when he don't get his way, he throws white supremacist temper tantrums.
He do. I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't really like Vlad. But he has a viable platform.
He does.
He's been able to sustain himself regardless of the backlash and all of that.
Because of us.
I ain't gonna say us, because of those Negroes.
The culture.
I know what you mean. But yeah, niggas going across that picket line. You know what I'm saying? And he understands, how this shit works when it comes to content and the copyright laws and all that shit. He understands how this shit works. And so he's going to use the leverage that he has. That's the leverage that he has. You know what I'm saying? And so I would have tried to maneuver a little bit better. That's all I'm saying.
Agreed.
If I got myself caught up in that type of situation, I would have tried to maneuver a little bit better.
Maybe he has a little bit of an argument, though, that Vlad is doing this out of retaliation because I won't do his show. Like they can obviously argue that, I would think.
Yeah, he do have the text messages, but I don't think that would negate the copyright law, though. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Whatever my motivation is for invoking it is whatever my motivation is, doesn't negate the fact that you violated the copyright law. True. Knowingly, because like I said, the logo was removed and all of that. So I don't know. Again, I wanted to rephrase what I said. I don't agree with Vlad. I just think the way that Joyner Lucas went about it was stupid.
Right. And
he could have handled it a little bit better.
Unfortunately, Vlad actually has the resources to take him to court.
Yeah, he do. Yeah. And he don't mind.
Right.
He don't mind. He with the shits. He is definitely with the shits. So, man, let's get into this main topic, man.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's get into the main topic.
Mamdani.
We got to talk about...
How you say his name? Mamdani?
Mamdani is the new mayor-elect of New York City. Just won the election out there in New York City. How y'all feel about it? Anybody in here from New York?
Not I.
I think Breeze Omega, ain't you from Queens? I think Breeze Omega, if I'm not mistaken,
I thought he was in Philly for some reason. I don't know. He gets Philly.
We got any New Yorkers in the building? Y'all let us know how y'all feeling about y'all new mayor. If we got any of y'all up in here. It's called quid pro quo. It can possibly negate the rule or violation, in my opinion. Shout out to my brother Ish.
Oh, wow. So Bruce Smith, 1754 says, I'm in New York too, fam. We're done.
Why you say that, Bruce?
Do we need to drop the link? Bruce, can you come up?
I'll drop the link.
Yeah,
sure.
Bruce, you want to come on?
But
share, you know what I'm saying? How you
before I do that, I'll drop the link in a little while if any New Yorkers want to come on and let us know what the vibe is like out there. You know what I'm saying? Because my question is, are FBAs doomed out there, or is this a nothing burger? Because some people might even look at it as a win. Some people might be looking at it as a W, right? I don't know why, but some people might. I don't know. I guess he's supposed to be progressive and all of that. I don't know too much about him, but the stuff that I found weird was that I'm like, okay, this dude is out here promoting transgender surgery for kids. Right. He talking about putting a lot of money into protecting trans and making sure that they are able to get surgery or whatever hormones and stuff that they need and all of that stuff to make their transition. And this guy is supposed to be Muslim.
Right.
So that's the shit that threw me. I'm like, how you Muslim promoting that? I'm not even making no judgment on the thing myself. I'm not even giving my opinion on the trans thing or whatever. It's whatever. I'm not the mayor. I'm not in charge of it. But I'm just saying, as a Muslim, how you standing on that and like making that a big part of your platform?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Which goes against your whole religious system.
Right. And that's why I be saying with a lot of these, because where's he from? I think he's from Africa, actually.
He was born in Uganda, but he's an East Indian.
He's an East Indian from Uganda.
Yeah, he was born there.
Okay. Okay, because I be saying a lot of these Muslims that are like from the Arab world, when they be trying to shit on the Nation of Islam, that to make it seem like they're not real Muslims and all of that, you're not gonna see nobody from the NOI doing no shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Nation of Islam, they stand on Islam business for real.
For real.
They stand on Quran for real. Like some of these weirdos from some of these other places be coming over here. That's not, y'all not Muslim. Y'all the fake Muslims.
That's why they came so hard at Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam, because they are the true epitome of what a Muslim is. Truthfully.
Y'all can't say shit to Farrakhan.
Nothing.
Y'all can't say shit to Farrakhan. I mean, you out here promoting transgender surgery for kids. Astaghfirullah, my nigga.
You know what I thought was crazy too? Y'all know he's from New York, Hawk Newsom. I think he's part of Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
So he was actually kind of stomping for him, and on his Instagram page, he said, "Vote Zoe a time ago." He said, "We not begging power, we're building it. If you with the people, ride with us. We voting for the real one who's with tenants, workers, and the hood, not the suits. Homes we can afford, buses we can ride, wages we can live on, care over cages. That's the play. Tell your block, your barber, your auntie, your crew, pull up and vote. Let's keep our people in our neighborhoods and our money in our pockets. Stand up, New York." He was standing up for Mamdani.
And see, this is what I'm saying. Some people might see it as a win. That's why I want to hear from some of the New Yorkers out there. Like, some people looking at this as a win. Some people might be looking at it as a nothing burger. And some people, like, I forgot who it was in the chat that said, "We doomed out here."
Right. I've seen a lot of people on X, you know what I'm saying, who was saying New York is doomed, you know, because he was he did, you know, his little media stuff, and he was just like, you know, New York is gonna go back to the immigrants or something. He said something to the effect that New York was built by immigrants. So we already know what that's about.
Right
there.
Right. That's what I was about to get into.
He said New
that's
York
what I was about to get into. Based on
city of immigrants. That's what he put on there. He said.
Right. All right. Based on his acceptance speech, his priority is immigration.
Right. And
you know what I'm saying?
And LGBT, clearly.
Yeah. Immigration, LGBT. He's just pushing regular liberal democratic politics.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't see how any of y'all is looking at this as some type of win. Like, you know, why is he better than? And also, I seen where he was supporting a bill to decriminalize certain hard drugs and prostitution in the city. And so now, again, when it comes to that, I'm not even giving my own opinion about that, because truth be told, I don't really hate like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people got to get it how they live. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even giving my opinion about, I'm not giving a moral judgment, but if you're supposed to be Muslim, how are you supporting decriminalization of prostitution and hard drugs? Like, I'm just looking at the contradiction there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, where's your integrity? Where's your moral compass at? That's what I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, I'm not giving no judgment. You know, some people got to be out there on the track and got to do what they got to do.
Yeah.
You know
also, though, they are claiming, right, that he was grassroots as well. And I have a hard time believing that too. And then when you think about a lot of the funding that he got came from Silicon Valley, a lot of, you know, millionaires and billionaires and celebrities and stuff like that. I feel like he kind of came out of nowhere too. You know what I'm saying? But he's allegedly a grassroots candidate.
Well, when they say grassroots, they don't mean the same thing that we mean. You know what I'm saying? When they say grassroots, because you hear people like Al Sharpton and Maxine Waters and people like that talking about what they do in this grassroots effort.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. When they say grassroots, they're not talking about the same thing we talking about. They talking about AstroTurf. We talking about really from the soil, out the mud, grassroots is what we talking about. They talking about AstroTurf.
Where did he
You know what I mean?
come
Meaning
from,
somebody. That's like I said, I don't know too much about the man. I just looking at his platform and looking at some of his speeches, and looking at some of the stuff that he was promoting in some of his interviews. I forgot. I think he was on Gayle King. I think it was Gayle King that was interviewing him, and she was even giving him some pushback about some of that. She's like, "Yo, how you out here talking about decriminalizing prostitution and all that?" You know what I'm saying? And he was trying to
come from. It's like
skate around that.
Who's known him in the streets? Like, what did he do before? Was he ever a city councilman? Was he? What other offices was he in? This fool just comes out of nowhere and runs for mayor and win.
And you the mayor of New York City.
New York City.
And the other thing that threw me too was because he was supporting the Palestinians, right? As a Muslim, that makes sense to be supporting the Palestinians. But New York City, we all know that's Jew town.
Well, I seen him with a yarmulke on though. I've seen him meeting with them, and so it's like he's a chameleon. He's African American when he needs to be. You know what I'm saying? He's Indian when he needs to be. He's Jewish when he needs to be.
That was definitely weird to see when he had the yarmulke on, meeting with the Jews and all of that stuff. But at the same time, you know, to be fair, you have a lot of Jews who support Palestine also. Like all Jews are not like Zionists, you know, pro-Israel. Like, you know what I'm saying? All Jewish people of the faith are not on that. You know what I'm saying? You do got a lot of Jews over here that actually, you know, ain't with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if those are the ones that he was buddying up with or not. You know what I'm saying? But it did look a little weird.
It was very weird.
But like you said, the African American thing. Talk about that.
So
you say he could be African American when he wants to. What happened with that?
He applied for Columbia University some time ago, which he did not go there, by the way. But when he applied for Columbia University, and I'm waiting for that article to open, he applied as an African American. Basically his reasoning for that is because he was born in Uganda and now he in America.
This is why we delineate.
This is why we delineate, and this is why we self-identify ourselves, because when they push that whole we're African American, you see what we get. We get Elon Musk, we get Mamdani, you know what I'm saying, and all these other people claiming the same stuff.
And that one girl's brother, Cindy, whatever her name is, the Indian girl that had the cooking show. Yeah. And technically, he's right. That's the thing about it. That's the reason why that term doesn't work for us.
No.
You know what I'm saying? He was born in Uganda and now he's an American citizen. So he's African American. Technically, he ain't lying. And he finessing, but he ain't lying.
And he claims that the reason why he chose African American because there was no other option he felt like for him during that time.
Man, you know what you was doing.
Know exactly what you was doing. You was taking that. You was taking that enrollment away from a real Black American.
Right. Y'all know what y'all doing. Just like the people that created these programs knew what they was doing with the wording in the first place. When it comes to affirmative action and DEI and all of that stuff, they was all winking and nodding at each other from the ground with that shit. You know what I'm saying? They're like, okay, yeah, oh, y'all okay, we're gonna do something for y'all. And they make sure everybody get it except us. Yeah, Charlize Theron and all these people. Yeah, those the African Americans. We foundational Black American. That's a little different. That's a lot different, actually.
So
we foundational Black American.
When he applied in 2009, he basically said that although he knows
how old is he?
He knows that he's not Black or whatever. He said when he knows that he's not Black by race or ethnicity, but he thought that was the best way, though it was imperfect when he put it on there, but that was the best way to identify, although imperfect. That was his explanation.
A lot of times they are directed. A lot of times they're directed and even ordered to do that when they come over here.
Right.
And we play on this platform. We played years ago. Y'all could go look this up. There's a brother on YouTube. I don't remember his name, but he's from Egypt.
Oh yeah.
Black as hell, afro on his head, big ass nose. And he came over here. I think he's a teacher or professor or something like that. And he talks about how he was told, or actually he was told to identify as white.
Yeah, and don't look white nowhere.
Black as hell. And he was told he had to be classified as white, Caucasian on his paper in order to come over here and get his teaching job and all of that stuff. And so they know what they be doing. They be directing these people to do these things.
This is how they skew the numbers too. That's how our arrest records and things like that. You know, black people are, you know, only 13% of the population, but over 50% in prison. Mm-hmm. Well, this is part of that too.
Right. And not only the negative stats, but even the so-called progressive stats we got to take a look at and start disaggregating too, because when they start talking about, well, black women are entering college at record numbers and doing more than anybody else, how many of these people are non-FBAs who are registering as African American and all of that?
Exactly. And we know
how many of these people who are not even black.
Right. And we know when there's some type of, you know, Juneteenth, you know what I'm saying, scholarship and stuff like that, they're jumping on top of it.
So it works both ways. It works in a manner that that criminalizes us and demonizes us when it comes to the crime stats and all of that, but it also creates an illusion of inclusion on the other side to make it look like, you know, we doing so well,
right,
and we making so much progress. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the delineation movement is important.
How do they do it both ways? Because it's like you just said, you know, it can harm us in a negative aspect, but then in a positive way. It's like they want it both ways when it comes to foundational Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? You guys are the biggest criminals in the world. But wait a minute, you know, like, it's crazy how they.
What Nelly Fuller taught us. Rest in peace to Mr. Nelly Fuller Jr. What he taught us. Right. White supremacy always takes both sides of the argument.
Right. Crazy.
Always. He didn't say sometimes.
Right.
White supremacy always takes both sides of the argument. That's how they do.
Crazy.
That's how this system maintains itself.
And that's why they've had us confused for a long time until this delineation movement. We all were confused.
Right. You know what I mean? And that's funny. I was listening to some stuff from Nelly Fuller the other day, and he was talking about the N-word, the word nigga, and how it maintains its power by not having a clear definition. You know what I'm saying? How you could make up a word, not give it a definition, and use that as a tool and as a weapon, you know what I'm saying, to oppress people, to marginalize people, you know what I'm saying, to drive people crazy, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That was deep. That was real heavy. I miss Nelly Fuller, man, because the way he broke things down was so simple. It was so basic. It was so simple. It was like, damn, that shit was right there in front of your face this whole time. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the elders. You know, that's what I was.
I'm gonna drop the link.
You know, obviously, when you're talking about reparations, when you know, out here we just had Prop 50 passed, you know, last week, you know, and I was posting about it, and it's the same folk jumping in my mentions who claim to be foundational Black American, but claim that they don't align, you know, with, you know, what it is that foundational Black Americans stand for. To me, that's a contradiction to me. Like, and that's a red flag to me, because I had to ask someone recently if he was a tether, because you're not giving me FBA vibes. You're speaking, you know, literally like a tether. Like everything that comes out of your mouth, well, what are we supposed to do? And why are you just only about reparation? And what's wrong with, you know, helping other people at the expense of me? You know what I'm saying? You're asking me to continue to take a back seat, you know what I'm saying, for other groups when we're already vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? So the
slavery all over
again.
again.
And so he's like, well, what do we, and he's always in my mentions. Well, what are we supposed to? What's the solutions? We've been given solutions literally from the 60s. If you want to go, all we got to do is follow the formula. There's nothing new that I can tell you. There's nothing new that Sincere Love the God can tell you, or the God Cast, or Tariq Nasheed, because everything that Tariq Nasheed actually pushes, when you think about it, he learned from the ancestors. He would tell you that he got the game from Dr. Claude Anderson, from Neely Fuller, from Dr. Francis Cress Wilson. We just got to put it into action. Stop asking us what to do, nigga. Just do it. It's been laid out. We could have already, I feel, had reparations had we been listening to Dr. Claude in the 90s.
Absolutely.
And it just
$1,000,000%.
It literally chaps my ass, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not going back and forth anymore, especially with this one individual, because, and then what kills me is this individual told me, I put a quote up from Powernomics, just a little paragraph, you know, my thing. He went in there just talking crap like I'm talking crazy about immigrants. He was, you know, trying to challenge me. I said, didn't you say that you were a student of Dr. Claude? Because he told me I'm a student of Dr. Claude Anderson, but you don't know his book.
But you got a lot of niggas that try to misappropriate Dr. Claude Anderson's teachings. I think that Grits and Eggs nigga was one of the ones that was doing that, trying to take Dr. Claude Anderson's words out of context and apply it to some other shit. Hold on, what we got here?
Oh, it just
we got here. I don't know. Somebody clicked the link, but I want to talk to people from New York, because I want to see what the vibe is like out there in New York.
Yeah.
With this new mayor-elect. That's who I was looking to hear from. Who we got? Who we got back here? I see somebody backstage.
Who we got? Pull up.
Let me see. Oh, this Che and Kruma. Let me see what Che and Kruma talking about. That's our brother.
Hey, B1 salute.
B1 salute.
And nice to girl.
Peace. What's good?
It's Jesse. That's just my other name, Che and Kruma.
Okay.
I know who it is.
Like I was saying in the chat, like this dude is like the male version, if not worse, of Kamala Harris. Like all he's gonna do is promote illegal immigration, pro LGBTQ. During his speech, he didn't say nothing what he was gonna do for Black people at all. He barely mentioned
zero
women, but he didn't say nothing about Black men. So he's promoting that gender divide. He talking about all this free stuff he can't deliver on. So he's
free bus rides.
Yeah, free bus rides, free stabilized rent, all this ridiculousness. He's a socialist. He's not no Democrat. A socialist.
Admittedly.
And
self-proclaimed. He said he's a democratic socialist, a Muslim democratic socialist.
It makes no sense.
That's his identity.
He's a Muslim, but yet on the LGBTQ agenda. This dude did a whole he did his campaign launch in a gay bar.
What?
Muslim.
Right. Yeah.
It's like a complete desecration of Islam. What else was I gonna say about him?
He's crazy.
Around. I don't see nothing good coming from this dude's administration in New York. Trump and the Republicans are already working on a bill to cut all the federal funding to New York. So my family that's in New York.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a war.
It's gonna be real tough.
It's gonna be a political war with his election especially during this administration, because even at his speech he was taking shots at Trump. He was taking shots at Trump and telling him to bring it and turn up the volume and all of this stuff. Like,
that's what Gavin Newsom
because it's one thing. Doing.
And then to make matters worse, he was one.
Yeah, it's one thing when you're on the campaign. Hold on, brother. It's one thing when you're on the campaign and you make all of these campaign promises. It's another thing to actually get in there and govern, because you have laws and you have boundaries that you have to operate within.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? All of this stuff that you're talking about doing, it ain't gonna be just a walk in the park for you.
Right. And to make matters worse, he was lying, talking about New York was created by immigrants, founded by immigrants. It's completely the FBA. Like everybody know, there wouldn't be no Wall Street if it wasn't for FBA. We were the first stocks and bonds that was sold on Wall Street. So he can miss us with that. Brooklyn was the biggest plantation. Shout out to Dr. Kaba, Dr. Carbonet. Yeah. He's the one that told us that Brooklyn was the largest plantation in the Northeast. So it's just, man, we had Seneca Village. It was it's so much Black history.
Sylvester Manor still open today as a tourist attraction. You know, so they still profit off our pain.
Exactly. Nice to grow. So he's not gonna do nothing specifically for Black people. I can basically see him talking about I'm for everybody but Black people. He's gonna do something for them immigrants though. Them immigrants gonna be all right.
From my understanding, I was listening to one of Tariq's lives, and it was a bunch of people from New York that came up and spoke, and they were like, it's a lot of FBAs out there who did not rock with him, but obviously in New York, you're gonna have a lot of, you know, Black immigrants and stuff like that that did heavily rock with him as well, because obviously he's speaking to their needs, you know, citizenship, you know what I'm saying, benefits and things like that. So, and she was breaking down different areas within New York that had the highest number of Black immigrants basically that voted for him. So it kind of makes sense because, you know, New York is a melting pot of so many different cultures, not just FBAs, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
true. So
true.
I can see how he won in that aspect.
Yeah, he was able to mobilize that vote, that voting to vote for him, and
by a landslide though. Like it wasn't even close.
Who did he have? Cuomo? Didn't nobody want Cuomo?
Yeah, nobody wanted Cuomo. Cuomo was a disgrace.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna work. He had no one to run against.
Right. So he was.
And Eric Adams had dropped out early, right?
Yeah, he dropped out a little early. And it looked like.
All right, brother Che, I'll let you have the last word, brother.
I have one more thing to say about Mamdani. Damn, I can't remember. I lost my train of thought. All right, appreciate y'all having me on. Yeah, Mamdani's no good in New York, especially Black New York. You know?
No bueno.
Make sure y'all check out Frontline Black.
If you remember what you want to say,
pull up.
If you remember what you want to say, put it in the chat. All right.
Okay. Peace.
Peace.
I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's our brother Jesse Paris. For those that don't know.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I was just giving him a shout out. For those that don't know, he was running for mayor out there in Denver, Colorado.
What's funny, or not funny, but what always happens is all these people that's running, including our current governor here in California, there's never a Black agenda. There's never any talk to Black people and what we're going to get. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you saw the video circulating with Gavin Newsom talking about, you know, anytime you hear that woke stuff, that's just anti-Blackness. And it's like, well, nobody's more anti-Black than you. You vetoed 5 reparation bills. Y'all refused to bring reparations to the floor, knowing that we had, you know, the votes for it. So who's more anti-Black than you?
What happened with Prop 50 out there? Talk about that.
It passed. So they got what they wanted. So, which Trump them said they're going to challenge it anyways. You know what I'm saying? I think I put it in the chat a few weeks ago. There was a bunch of ballots up there in the Bay Area, you know, though.
I did see that.
It's the same bull crap, and you can't trust the Democrats. The same shady crap that they accused Trump of doing, they've been doing it.
I did see that. That's crazy.
And our sister Friday Jones, she's actually out here, you know, in LA. She's a reparationist and stuff like that. And she was also posting on X some time ago. This Prop 50 thing is not quite that new, and also they've been kind of pushing something where they had a whole 10-year plan that basically doesn't have, you know, foundational Black American freedmen in it at all. This is something that they've been kind of, you know, working. Now they have this situation where they're trying to use the redistricting, you know, to map so they can have, you know, majority of the seats and stuff. But this is solely for them and solely to erase foundational Black Americans, and also so that they do not have to address reparations. They're really using this to kill it.
Right. And I like how Professor Black Truth put it, man. You know, They basically, and I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said they threw themselves a bone and told you it was for you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But quickly, because we've been on here for a little minute, there's a couple of things I want to talk about before we do get up out of here. And so somebody has sent me this call to action on the Action Network, where people are sending letters to have Andrew Barnes from Numbers USA give a presentation on how immigration hurts freedmen. So with the whole reparations task force out there in New York City, there are people want this brother Andrew Barnes to be able to give a presentation about how immigration hurts freedmen, foundational Black American. It says the committee continues to examine the multifaceted roots of racial injustice. I urge you to invite Andre Barnes of Numbers USA to present on a critical and often overlooked dimension: the impact of immigration policy on Black labor, opportunity, and legacy. Andre Barnes is a leading voice in the field of historical labor displacement and racialized policy analysis. His work, particularly his presentation titled "From the Back of the Hiring Line: How Immigration Policies Rewrote Black Opportunity," offers a rigorous, data-driven, and culturally grounded exploration of how immigration, especially post-1965, has intersected with systemic and anti-Blackness in employment, housing, and political representation. And then it goes on and on. But all you got to do is come here, fill out the form, put your name and your email and stuff in the form, and you can send a letter in urging them to have this brother do a presentation showing the data on how freedmen are affected by immigration. And the link is in the chat right there, actionnetwork.org. And the letter is already prepared. So you just put your information in there and then you could just send the letter. So shout out to the brothers that's doing that work. I don't even know who exactly put this together, but somebody has sent it to me. I read it and I rock with it. I agree with it. Right. So I'm telling y'all about it. I submitted my letter. I would urge y'all to do the same. And the other thing was I want to give a shout out to our sister Brooke out there in New York. Speaking of New York,
they've been cooking. The New Yorkers been
yes,
cooking.
They have.
Yes, they showing up and showing
yes,
out.
They have. Yes, they have. They're not trying to let LA and Chicago get all the shine.
Right.
LA and Chicago, y'all been holding it down for a couple of years. Y'all had New York looking bad. New York, like, hold up, we still out here now.
We here.
We got some freedmen out here. It ain't all tethers out here in New York. We out here too. So our sister Brooke and the US freedmenproject.org, they have a couple of calls to actions.
Yeah.
Send four separate emails to hundreds of legislators, each taking less than 30 seconds to complete. So you can send all 4 letters in a minute and a half. Tell New York lawmakers to support Bill 85603. That's Bill A, the letter A, 5603 for corrective reparations legislation. Assembly Bill A, the letter A, 7691 is unconstitutional, making this task force a waste of time, waste of state funding, and legally a flawed endeavor. So basically, they don't have the language right in that A79. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And they're making it a race-based. They got this task force for reparations, but they're making it race-based. And they already know that that's unconstitutional. It's legally flawed. It's going to get killed.
Exactly. Which is what they want. And they play on our ignorance.
Right. And so she goes on to break everything down, talking about disaggregation and what it means, why it matters, how to support reparations, how it's already happened for others. And I'm going to drop this link in the chat as well. And so, again, shout out to our sister Brooke. She's doing the damn thing out there in New York. And so here's the other link right here in the chat. So y'all go ahead and do that. Do those calls to action so we can stay on these people's bumper.
Right. And the next call to action in New York is going to be December 9th, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Yep. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Share this tab instead. Close this tab right here. All right. And so let me see real quick before we go. I feel like there was something else I wanted to get on. Oh, did y'all see the former NBA player Tony Allen got arrested? Where were they at?
I don't know. I don't know who he is. Forgive me, y'all. I don't be knowing people like that, but I saw the video.
I mean, I kind of know him. You know, I watch a little bit of basketball. You know what I'm saying? But he's a former NBA player, former NBA champion, actually. And he got jammed up last week during a traffic stop. I forgot what it was at, but white dude was driving the car and they was going to do some podcast or whatever. This white dude, I think he was a former wrestler, or he had something to do with wrestling, by the way. He has something to do with wrestling. I forgot exactly what he does. But they got Arkansas. They got pulled over out there. Police searched the car. They found weed. They found, I think, cocaine. Yeah, they found weed and they found cocaine in the car. And they was locking both of them up. And Tony was losing it because he like, yo, this ain't my shit. I ain't got nothing to do with this, man. This gonna fuck up my image.
I felt like he didn't know.
He definitely didn't. He definitely didn't.
He was too, you know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. Like I felt like he was unaware that shit was in that truck.
Right. I'm gonna play some of the body cam footage so y'all can see what we talking about here. But it was interesting how everything played out, though. I'll say that. Hold on, let me share this with y'all. Share this with y'all. This is Tony Allen getting arrested out there in Arkansas. Fair use, by the way, just in case.
There's no audio.
You can't hear it?
No.
Oh, wow. What's going on with that? Why we don't got no audio? Why we don't got no audio? I don't know why the audio is not playing. I can hear it. Y'all can't hear it either in the chat, family?
Maybe let me look at it on my iPad and let me make sure, because I was listening to it here. Let me try on my iPad and tell you. Go ahead and do it again.
Okay, yeah. Let me see. Body cam footage so y'all can see what we're talking about here. But it was interesting how everything. You hear anything? I'll say that. Oh, it's behind. It's behind. Fast forward it.
Okay, here we go.
Share this with y'all. This is Tony Allen getting arrested out there in Arkansas. Let me see. We're gonna see if we got volume, y'all. We're just trying to see if we got volume because I can hear it on my end. Oh, y'all talking about the no limit cash money versus? Yeah, we didn't get to talk about that.
There's no volume. I mean, no audio on it. Even on my.
Okay.
Yeah, not on mine.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why y'all can't hear it, so I'm just gonna stop sharing it.
Yeah, it's not on there.
I'm just gonna stop sharing it. But basically, he was like, "Yo, man, listen, man, this can't happen. I ain't got nothing to do with this. You know what I mean? I should have stayed my ass home.
Like, I'll play basketball."
He said, man, I ain't got nothing to do. He said, I should have just stayed my ass home. I came out here to do a damn podcast, and I'm jammed up with this bullshit. And he was going in. He was having a breakdown. You know what I'm saying? And so you could tell he didn't know. He ain't have nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? He like, yeah, I might smoke a little bit of weed, but that ain't even mine. You know what I'm saying? He said, I damn sure don't do no cocaine. So he pleading with the officer, trying to get the officer to let him go. And then the white dude that he was with actually did the stand-up thing. And when he was talking to the police officers, he was like, yo, look, officer, don't charge Tony with that. Don't charge Tony with this shit. Let me take the whole charge. Because he like, yo, right now, both of y'all being charged. The cop like, right now, both of y'all being charged. He like, yo, That man ain't got nothing to do with this. He got in my car. He didn't know this shit was in my car. I ain't even know it was in my car. He was like, he ain't know nothing about this. He ain't got nothing to do with this. Let me take the charge. Do not charge him with this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was some real nigga shit.
That was.
Shout out to him.
He exercising his white privilege. And that's what you're supposed to. This is an example of what you're supposed to do when black people say, what can I do to show that I'm not, when white people say, what can I do to help black Americans and to show that I'm not racist and I'm not like those others. That.
Right. Because he didn't turn into I want to be white like you. Right. I don't gangbang no more. He didn't do that.
Right.
He said, you know what? Let me get the charge. Just charge me with all this shit, man. He ain't got nothing to do with this. I was just giving him a ride. You know what I'm saying?
And I believe
which is some real shit.
Man. I really believe it. I don't have a doubt in my mind that literally was the case. I don't, for some reason.
Right. He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. He like, I ain't even know the shit was in the car, but I'll take the charge. You know what I'm saying? It's my car. You know what I mean? But Tony, don't charge him with this shit. And I think the cops still ended up charging both of them. You know what I'm saying? I think the cops still ended up charging both of them. I don't know what happened when they went to court. Or whatever, but on the side of the road, the side of the road really ain't the place to plead your case, no way.
Right. And it's Arkansas. You know what so what do you expect in Arkansas?
And so, for all my civilians out there, you know what I'm saying, who ain't used to having police contact and all that shit, and all my young niggas out there that don't know no better, I'm just telling y'all, even if that is the case, you 100% innocent, you ain't got nothing to do with what they charge you with and all of that. The side of the road is not the place to plead your case. Just shut your mouth.
Shut your damn mouth.
You're not helping. You're not helping yourself. The cop, that's not the judge. They're not the jury. You know what I'm saying? Just let them do what they're going to do. You give them your name, your serial number, and your rank, and you shut the fuck up.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Attorney. Right. Let the process go how it's going to go. You know what I mean? But trying to plead your case on the side of the road and all of that, you take the chance of, especially if you might be dealing with a race soldier or something like that, where they could take that situation and try to escalate it into something else. You know what I mean? Just don't do it. Just don't do it. That's my advice.
And before we wrap it up, I wanted to talk about this article I found that happened in Louisville. In Louisville, it says almost every kid being tried as an adult in court are Black. And so, it says, before folks get too comfortable reacting to this headline, please remember, a young boy who was caught with 5 assault weapons at Atherton High School not long ago. What happened to him? Another young boy allegedly shot a police officer in Portland neighborhood and received probation. What happened to him? Now ask yourself, what race were these 2 Louisville cases? Why do restorative justice and second chances apply to some situations but not in others? It's not just Black kids getting caught up in the system, but we know Black children are overrepresented, over-policed and over-prosecuted. And while people argue on the internet, here's the data. Carry on with your regular scheduled programming, but don't say nobody told you. I don't know. But anyway, there was 2 kids. Obviously, one shot at, we said, shot at a police officer. The other one was caught with 5 assault rifles or guns, and they got no jail time. What race were they?
It ain't hard to tell.
It ain't hard to tell.
We know what system we live under. Yeah, that's insane, man. But
not surprising. Remember
not surprising.
Remember the judge who was taking those bribes or something like that, to convict juveniles and stuff like that. Didn't Joe Biden pardon him?
Oh, you are talking about the same case. You're right. Yes.
Remember?
Joe Biden pardoned him. Yes. I almost forgot about that one. Yes, he did. That was one of the people that Joe Biden pardoned.
Have you heard Negroes be outraged yet? Nope.
Right. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, man. I seen a meme the other day. Ish, did you put up the meme? I think Ish might have put up the meme. It had a Klansman with a hood on one side and a Klansman with no hood on the other side. And it said Democrats and Republicans.
Let's hear it.
Same shit. One got a mask on, the other one got the mask off.
That's it.
Give me the one with the mask off.
And that's what I don't understand about Negroes. What are y'all scared of? What's the difference? If the mask is on or off, like, wouldn't you rather know that way you give yourself a fair chance to square up? You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't know what's coming at you, you know what I'm saying, you're delaying your defense mechanism. You know what I'm saying? You like, square up with me. Let's go toe to toe.
Yeah. So people in the chat asking about Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
He got arrested the other day. He was in Dubai. Bounced to Dubai after a little incident happened. He was on a live stream with one of those streamers. I forgot which one, but he was on a live stream with one of those streamers, and some shit happened where he pulled out a gun and shot at somebody. Did he shoot somebody?
They said attempted, so maybe I don't think anyone got hit. But wasn't someone trying to take his chain though? I remember. Something to that effect, or was that something older?
Something happened. Yeah. I don't remember exactly what it was. Something happened. I know he let off. I just don't remember if somebody actually got shot or not. So it was something. He got into it with somebody. They was leaving some type of event or something like that, but they were filming. They were streaming, and he had the ratchet on him. He pulled out, and I believe he let off. I'm not sure if he hit somebody. I forgot the details of what actually happened, but I just know he been in Dubai all this time trying to evade, the charges or whatever the case may be.
I thought they don't have extradition in Dubai, so they turned them over anyway.
Yeah, I don't think he got extradited, but I think he got kicked out. I think he got kicked out. They don't want to be a part of the aiding and abetting. They like, look, man, we got business.
You gotta go.
You know what I'm saying? They got business over there. Like, they Trump acting a fool. He putting tariffs and shutting down all type of sanctions on people and shit. We ain't trying to go through that right now. We got business we trying to handle. So you're gonna have to take your black ass back over there. This ain't the safe haven for you. You know what I'm saying? And so he got arrested for that. And I seen something about the brother from the Cowboys that they saying unalived himself.
Yeah,
I don't know the details of that story. I don't know the details of that story. Are people suspicious that it might be some foul play or something? I don't know.
I didn't hear that. I just know he texted his family members and said goodbye. He had some, I guess depression, issues and stuff like that. But he did send his family a text, and allegedly he unalived himself with a firearm. 24 years old.
Mama Love said AB is charged with attempted murder. He said they was trying to rob him.
I remember something about somebody trying to, I thought, take his chain. And if I'm not mistaken, it was like caught on a live with the guy, trying it. But, he's rubbed so many people the wrong way. I guess, they want to.
What state was it? What state was it?
I don't know.
He might, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. See how that goes for him.
Did y'all see the video of the African dude who said he wants to give a shout out to Black Americans for everything that they've done, for paving the way, for them to come here to America and, have a good life and a better life. And, I was like, we need to see more of this.
Right.
We need to see more of this.
I'll play some of it if we got volume. Do we got volume? Let me see.
Well, this one is on Instagram.
I couldn't hear the last video.
Try it.
Hold on a second. Let me try see if y'all could hear this one. See if y'all can hear this one. And shout out to this brother, non-FBA brother, speaking truth to power.
We with you when you're right.
Let me know if you can hear it. You got a little lisp and all that. Shout out to him. Hear this one. Can you hear it? Maybe I can hear this one.
Play it.
This brother, non-FBA.
I'm in a delay.
Speaking truth to power.
When you're right.
Let me know if you can hear it.
I can't.
You got a little lisp and all that. Shout out to him. Hear this one. Can you? No. No volume?
You know, I'm in a delay.
Speaking truth to power.
No volume.
No.
That sucks.
Yeah. It's no value.
That sucks. All right, real quick. We keep saying real quick. We ain't been on here in a couple weeks, so we got
right.
shit
So
to talk
you know,
about.
we making up.
But did y'all see Kanye West kissing the ring?
Oh Lord.
On the small hats? Did y'all see that? What you thought about that?
One, not surprised.
You said, are we surprised?
I'm not, because Kanye flip-flopped so much, and obviously, you know what I'm saying, they hitting them pockets. You know what I'm saying? Them pockets is suffering. He's been blackballed from every damn thing.
Yes and no. I say yes and no, because all things considered, he's actually doing okay. You know what I'm saying? Like he far from broke. Like he's still been selling a lot of merch, pre-orders, basically, because I know niggas that ordered shit 5-6 months ago and still ain't get their damn slides.
Right.
Yet.
Yeah,
But
where it says on the
either
website,
way,
6 to 13 weeks.
You're right, but I'm talking about niggas been waiting since like July, and they get their slides yet. But the money still been coming in from his website, and he been filling up stadiums in like Korea and Japan and places like that. So he been maneuvering, you know, all things considered, but not where he's used to being at. You know what I'm saying?
Home.
So, right. Not where he's used to, the level that he's used to being on, that mainstream look and all that. So I guess he's trying to wiggle his way back into that, but it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. They don't care about you apologizing and groveling and kissing the ring and all of that stuff. They don't forgive, my nigga. They do not forgive. And the thing about it is, a lot of people was saying he shouldn't apologize because, you know, he told the truth and da-da-da-da. But Kanye, no. Kanye started off speaking some truth about what was going on in the industry and all of that and who was behind it and all that. But then he went off into some other shit. He got around Nick Fuentes and all those white supremacists, and he got on some Hail Hitler shit. He got on a bunch of shit that I can't co-sign.
Exactly.
He was being anti-Semitic for real. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't like the Kyrie situation or like the Farrakhan. This wasn't like that.
Although
you can't compare this to that. Like Kanye was wilding. Kanye was wilding the fuck out.
And where was Nick Fuentes, you know what I'm saying, to his rescue or to speak up for him? Gone with the wind. And didn't Nick Fuentes say something like, basically, he tired of coons and black folks, you know, kissing up to them and shit? Did he make something, you know, to that effect, you know what I'm saying, that they basically tired of the black Sambos? So
I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Don't even mean nothing to those people. Oh yeah, Mayweather.
Yeah,
Mayweather too.
It said what Mayweather did was 1,000 times worse. Yeah, we saw the Mayweather thing too. Now Mayweather, he's not even under fire. You know what I'm saying? He's not being accused of being anti-Semitic or nothing. He's just.
Well, he's with them.
I don't even know how to word it.
He's with them. He said, I don't even know how to word Israel. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And so, is it just some business thing for him? Is it just, you know, this is like he's linked up with people from that community?
That's fine, but
and this is how he's getting the deals that he's getting and all that. That's what they require.
But then, like, no deal. I'm good.
That's what they require. Not Floyd.
They don't gravel
Floyd
to
like
us.
Shit.
They don't gravel to us.
We ain't got the resources.
We do. We got the culture,
What
which
you
is
mean?
the resource.
We ain't got in that case. No, you're right. But I'm saying, in that case, we don't got the code.
Bingo.
They have a strong code and they have the resources. They have infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? They could make shit happen. They can shut shit down. Unfortunately, we're not in position to do that.
They can reward and they can also punish.
Right. I'm not justifying what Floyd did, and you know what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's not worth it. Like, you good, my nigga? Like, you made enough money,
right?
You good. You know what I'm saying?
He was also
one of the richest athletes in history.
He was the same idiot when Gucci, you know, got exposed for their racism and stuff like that, and he was walking up in the Gucci store. Ain't nobody stopping me from buying Gucci. I just spent 40,000. You know, so we don't expect nothing from
Floyd been on that,
right?
Right, Floyd been on that. He been let you know what it was when it comes to that type of shit. Like, Floyd, like, nigga, play. Like, I'm over here. This is what we do. This is what I'm doing. Floyd is an individual.
Which most are.
You know what I'm saying? Floyd is not part of no collective. Floyd is an individual. He is about me, mine, and fuck. Yeah, that's it.
Me, myself, and I.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was just telling Dave today. He did a live this morning, and I was like, you know, the comfortable Black people don't give a damn about the collective. You know what I'm saying? At the end of that's dope. What is that? Is that big? What's his name?
Andre 3K.
Andre, yeah. Who made that?
My daughter gave me this. She got this at some event that she went to. My daughter gave me this. But yeah, I know that's the reason why I still got it in here. Yeah, I need to get a frame for it so I can put it up. I wasn't trying to cut you off though. I was just showing it because they got inducted to the Hall of Fame today. So shout out to Outkast. And by the way, we did talk about that earlier, but we forgot to mention that Salt-N-Pepa also got inducted today. Ain't nobody talking about that.
I was so happy, and they was there with Spinnerella because they had their legal issues.
They was beefing, right?
They was beefing and stuff, but I was happy that they were all able to come together for that. That was beautiful.
I didn't know that. Which Spinderella though? Because it was a couple of different Spinderellas. Is it the official Spinderella?
The latest spin, yeah.
Okay. All right. Shout out to Salt-N-Pepa, by the way. Don't leave Salt-N-Pepa out of it. Everybody talking about Outkast and well deserved, but don't leave Salt-N-Pepa out of it. Right. Those are sisters. They legends too. I know Pepper is Jamaican or whatever, but that's that's Salt-N-Pepa. Goddamn it.
It still is, and I love them.
Shout out to them. Yeah, much deserved. All right, that's it.
I'm just kidding.
That's it. We got to get back on our regular scheduled program though, man. We ain't gonna neglect y'all like that, man.
And with that being said,
y'all go get that. By the way,
with that being said,
from the womb
to Illmatic,
a hip hop guide to unleashing your child's inner genius, available on Amazon right now. Scan the QR code on your screen and order your copy today. And I know you got the children's book over there behind you too.
I do. We have 40. We got about 40 puppies right here. We have number 1, volume 1, 7's Big Move. We have
available on Amazon.
Volume 2, 7's Big Chop.
Go get that.
Volume 3, God Abilities.
Go get all 3 of those.
The Boredom Busters Activities book.
And you gotta have that. You gotta have that, man. Sometimes the kids got to put down the tablets and the phones and the PlayStations and all of that, and do some stuff with their hands and actually, learn some things while they're having fun.
You know what I'm
saying?
Like supreme mathematics.
Right. We got connect the dots in there with a lot of the master teachers. We got some coloring pages in there with the Tut language and all of that stuff. Like some real good cultural enrichment. You know what I mean?
Right.
So get with it. All of those are available on Amazon, by the way. All of those are available on Amazon. Y'all go place y'all orders today.
Right. And we ain't got none of that creepy stuff, that they're trying to push on our children. We're allowing children to be children, but also learn.
Yeah, none of that Mamdani stuff.
None of that. We don't do that.
None of that Mamdani stuff. Yeah. So yeah, man, appreciate y'all rocking with us as always. Again, we're gonna be back on our regular scheduled program, man. So y'all look to see us you know, back on here live with y'all, chopping it up more frequently. You know, we didn't mean to neglect y'all. We was gone for a couple of weeks, but we back.
We back. We here.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. And so shout out to y'all for tuning in.
Hopefully my hair will be done next week. So
we'll see y'all again soon.
This forehead.
There's nothing wrong with your hair.
This forehead will be.
By the way, shout out to my son Ja. I forgot earlier. I wanted to shout out my son Ja Mel. He had his first college game yesterday. Season opener. That shit went to triple overtime, and they lost by a bucket. They lost by a bucket in triple overtime. But he led his team with 28 points, I think he had. He did his thing. He did his thing. They was out there balling.
Congratulations.
Shout out to him and his team. And also his cousin play on the team with him too. So shout out to both of them. They did their thing. Season opener, triple overtime. I know they was tired. I got to give them a call, actually.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know they was tired after that.
He probably still sleep.
And shout out to my daughter too. Got to give a shout out to my baby girl too. She went to go see Leon Thomas. She's at the Leon Thomas concert right now. She went to go check out Leon Thomas today. So I know she out there doing her thing. So shout out to her. And shout out to y'all. We'll see y'all again real soon.
Sunday.
Always remember, family, we are not the master teachers. We are only the master students and signal boosters for the voices of the new Black media. That does it for today's episode of Sincere Love to Godcast. We out of here. Peace and Black love.